I'm Karen Sukney with Take 5 Video for Healthcare Packaging. Today, we're looking at a few different ways that an over-the-counter or a personal care package asks to be recycled. Now, we know that recycling isn't necessarily the be-all, end-all answer to sustainability with the infrastructure that exists today, but more and more consumers are looking for those recycling cues, hoping to divert waste from landfills. So let's get into the packages. These are all from our annual design gallery, which I'll link to below the video. So first, we have our old familiar friend, the How2Recycle symbol on ZzzQuil Pure Z Sleep Remedy. I like these from a personal standpoint because they're so easy to recognize and there's no guesswork on the various components. A quick note about that, in Kim Overstreet's story, The Consumer Behavior of Plastics and Recycling in America, which I'll also link to below, she notes that some consumers feel frustrated when they see that a component on a package isn't recyclable. But at the same time, 86% of those surveyed find the label helpful and they think it makes it easier to know which parts of the package are actually recyclable. Next up, we have Quip Toothpaste. So they opted for this really descriptive text box that lets the consumer know exactly. Once it's empty, replace the cap and recycle in the number 2 stream. This is also featured on the tube itself. And we're kind of seeing more sentences and instructions that go beyond the recycling symbols themselves. On the bottom of the carton, there's a note that it's 100% paper and to please recycle. Next, we have Garden of Life Kids Stress Relief Gummies, and we can see that recycle symbol and copy noting that the bottle itself, which is PETE, is recyclable, and there's a number 1 on the bottom. On Everyman Jack pocket-sized hand sanitizer, we have a nice little recycling symbol in a row with other symbols such as vegan and cruelty-free, and it's clearly marked that it's in the number 2 stream, so there's no need for rotating the package. Finally, with the Care Of line of supplements, they opted for a Please Recycle Me on the bottom of the carton. The bottle itself has a number 7 on the bottom, and it does blend in a little bit with that nice matte sage color, but the lettering is raised quite a bit, so it's pretty easy to see. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list, of course, but that's all the time that we have for today.
Hello, I'm Matt Reynolds, editor of Packaging World magazine, back with another edition of Take 5. I recently spoke to the folks at Seraphina Therapeutics. They're coming out with a nutraceutical product called Fatty 15, which is a proprietary fatty acid that they've discovered in dolphins, of all things. And they believe that it's going to improve longevity in humans, which is, they feel, a major step forward. Sign me up for longevity. But to coincide with kind of that big splash that they think they're making with this product, they wanted a starter kit that would grab attention as well. And they did so with, again, that starter kit format with a durable package within, and then refill packs, which in this case, because it's a nutraceutical, are going to be coming in metallized foil pouches, but light metallized foil pouches that can be mailed in a 30-day intervals. So every month thereafter, you'll get a refill. The durable portion of the Fatty 15 format is actually in the form of a glass jar. The glass jar is tinted light blue or green, kind of a seafoam color. It includes a sustainable bamboo closure that's actually quite pleasing to the eye. And it's also screen printed as opposed to using pressure sensitive labels or any kind of shrink wrap or anything like that, shrink sleeve, I mean. And the reason is it's intended to be displayed on a shelf in the bathroom as opposed to hidden away, behind your mirror. And it's supposed to last for, cycle upon cycle upon cycle. Extending outside of the durable element is the starter kit itself, which is entirely recyclable, save for the metallized pouch. One interesting thing is they chose to use a slip sheet, it's hard to say, a slip sheet as opposed to printing directly on the interior corrugated on the shipper. And what this does is it prevents the dust that can happen, that can be created in shipping anything that's corrugated. It prevents that dust from settling on that beautiful glass container. Thanks for watching this week's Take 5.